Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Getting set. There's second down. Looking to throw. It's Helm. Short connection to the tight end here.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Lets it go quickly. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Incompletion makes it second down. He hands it to the back. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. And that one's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge, but I love seeing the receivers' willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Helm. Defense is coming after him. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made on the right side. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
1st down and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this 1st down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Makes a quick catch.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. He'll hand it off. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Offense showing a bunch formation now. he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Can he take it all the way? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Now from the pistol formation. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
And the single back takes the handoff. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down marker.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they pick up the 1st on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that 1st down to keep this drive alive early in this game. The offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The Raging Cajuns will line up on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Raging Cajuns looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Louisiana.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. First play of the drive now from the 25. And the back now goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to throw. It's Helm. Throws to the tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. The offense going with the hurry up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to extend the play. He makes the grab. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice game. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how...
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action here on first down. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Down he goes. A sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call on that screen play.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with
all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball to the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. State offense goes back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Always looking to throw. Backed up here, 2nd and long from the 15. Back to pass. It's Helm. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Throws a bullet to the right. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. It's going to cost himself a game.
The coach's choice to go for it. Pan out.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone and you're going for it here? You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, what a play by this linebacker. That option play got to the outside. I thought they had a chance on the perimeter, but the speed and the awareness of that linebacker makes a huge play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that pass falls incomplete. The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Vasquez. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. They'll set up with a chip shot on the left hash mark. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. And they will trot out the field goal team here. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made by the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. It's third down for the offense. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Quick throw complete to the tight end. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. We go with a direct snap. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Lucky for the junior quarterback that didn't get picked off.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Using his legs here. When the tackle is made, the defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, but he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a 3rd down play coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pressure is coming. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Turn starts inside the 15. And they bring him down to the 32 after a solid return. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Louisiana. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Planning up to try the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The App State offense goes back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. Direct snap to the back. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Second down and goal upcoming. Finds his target, and it's complete. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
They break the huddle on 3rd and goal, still looking for their first points of the game. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Single back takes the handoff. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed to the running back. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
1st and 10 play coming up. They'll try the option play here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This is a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion, and there's the handoff. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught quickly. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Ragin' Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks left and finds his target there. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And completion makes it 2nd and short.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball.
And he's got it down there inside the 35. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the quarterback dropping back, bringing pressure. And he's going to go down, but there's a flag on the play. If it's on the defense, this will be a first down. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. And now the handoff. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. The Raging Cajuns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now on the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Makes the catch, but the throw pulled him out of the field of play, incomplete. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts one deep over the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, App State. No chance to catch it. And now the try for the two-point conversion. And he gets in for the two-point conversion. This is now a 3-score game. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hand. Oh, and he fumbles. The App State offense goes back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Tackle made after a big gain. The offense really clicking here.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do.
And he lost it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the tackling right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. They don't pick up much. They do avoid the safety, but no breathing room.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Okay, 2nd and 10 from their own 1. This is an important play. They want to avoid a 3rd and long at this spot. Oh, the football's it'll end up being a safety. After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now. Empty set now, 5 wide. The quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Fires this one deep middle. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw it again. And here comes a deep shot. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is textbook defensive back play right here. He's in phase with the wide receiver. And the thing that I love, and a lot of defensive backs don't have the ability to do, he gets his head turned around, eyes on the quarterback to know when the ball's coming to allow him to knock it away.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for a deep completion. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his man, has the first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Ready up.
First down here for this offense.
Easy.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space, and a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood the scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards, you pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Looking to scramble to his left. And the two-point try is good, so the lead is now 14. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. He shreds the tackle. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And it's a kneel down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.